Hey everyone. Welcome back to my workbench. Uh this is a hard one. This is gonna start with a real life update. So last Sunday, the February 15th, 2026, my father-in-law passed away in his home. And yeah, it was very unexpected. He'd been fighting of all things, a gallbladder issue since early in this year. So he went in for, I think it was 12 days, and they ended up putting the drain tube in him. And then it was a couple weeks later, he went on surgery on the 13th, and then he got through the surgery okay. They released him next day on Valentine's Day. They sent him home. Uh, had a lot of pain going on, and then around, oh, we were looking at it, and it was about 11, between 11:14 and um, like 11:14, sometime after 11:14, he had collapsed in his unit. He was living in a senior. It wasn't assisted living. It was like condos for maybe apartments. I don't know how to best describe it. Up in Schaumburg, which is about an hour away from our house. And so we had a friend um, bringing over pain medication, and he tried to get in, and eventually the building let him into his unit, and then they found him on the floor unresponsive. So yeah, they he called 911, and my guess he was probably already on the ground for 15 minutes, maybe longer, maybe like 20 minutes before even EMS workers arrived. So they worked on him for half an hour, and then they called the hospital, and they declared him deceased at 12:17. So he, but yeah, he was. We were driving up there. My wife is driving close to 100 miles an hour. She'd never seen him do before, and we were about halfway there, and the paramedics told them they had declared him dead, which is awful. So, yeah, that's fun times. And then going through, and we actually, I didn't know there were so many police involved. So the police were there for a couple hours. And then finally we had him removed. So yeah, my wife is the last parent. I mean, she's only 42. Yeah, 42, and she's lost both of her parents at this point. So we're going through. We had the funeral on. We had to make a bunch of decisions on Monday, and the funeral was Thursday, and now it's Sunday again. So yeah, delayed my starting my new job a week because it's just like there was just so much to do, and it's still a heck of a thing processing this all. In terms of just getting through all this. So it was just supposed to be, or he was actually supposed to move in tomorrow to our house. So it's like doubly shocking, of course. Um, so yeah, we're supposed to actually move that yesterday. We're supposed to box up everything in his unit, and then tomorrow we were supposed to actually move him to our house here. So yeah, fun times. Happy stuff for what's on my workbench kind of thing, but life happens. Oh, so ironically enough, before all this happened, I actually built up a ton of parts. These orders are coming in fast and furious. Thank you everyone for the 5200 orders. I had someone ask me if I should if I'm going to release something for the Intellivision Sprint, and it's like I can't even keep up with the orders I have now, to be honest with you. So I'm going to have to take a pass on that one. If anyone wants to work with me on it, that's fine. But this is like I I have like 19 orders in my queue right now for controllers. I can barely keep up. And with all the craziness of the end of last year, and then getting laid off, and now father-in-law dying, it's just been nuts. But that being said, I actually am gonna be getting a controller out tonight. This is the latest version of my Atari 5200. This is your overlay compatible. This is like version 3.2. I've been making the design cleaner and cleaner and cleaner as I'm going along. If I ever get really bored, I'll get these boards here custom made, but for now I don't have that kind of quantities that I need to go that far with it. So actually I'm just finishing up this controller now. This is the latest version. All the controllers going out. Internally, you're going to look just like this. I have a circuit board now. I'm coming directly off the DB15 cable, sub D15, whatever people want to call it. And just putting ends of cables. Ugh. What the heck is that? And just putting ends of these little fast-on connectors for the fire buttons. So these are it's all Sanwan. These are Sanwan style. Buttons kind of short behind panel, which is nice because you don't need a crazy thick panel. Today I went through and I cut a bunch of my little crickets back behind me. I use for it's more than just scrapbooking. I'm using it for I use it to cut the panels. This vinyl here is a cut piece of vinyl, and these are actually vinyl. These stainless, what looks like stainless steel strips, are actually vinyl that get cut on the Cricut. Neat little piece of hardware, I must say. So I've changed design a bit over the years. It's been a little over 2 years now since I released this controller. The original one had more of a phone keypad, and that's what, if you ever buy one, that's the classic, and this is the overlay compatible. But yeah, I've made improvements over the years, and I'm especially happy. I've been really trying to make improvements on the actual joystick itself. The way the pots attach, much more solid than they used to be, so I'm trying to prevent any kind of drift. I had a batch of cut it, I didn't strip it, of potentiometers coming. They drifted a bit. I've had like probably 4 warranty repairs on that, so that's really annoying to do. I've had to go through and I try to do is either replace it, or I'll do a build up one, send it out, and you can just return it. I put in a return label in there, and you can just pop it back in the box. So this is not a return. I'm going to be doing the return one tomorrow. So once that comes back, what I do is actually go through and rework it, and you can purchase a reworked one for a nice discount. So if I can recoup a little bit of the money on that, and you could save a little money. So on the Atari, these two are in parallel, and these two are in parallel. The only thing you gotta do is daisy chain the grounds. It's like any traditional joystick, the 5200. The way the push buttons work, it's just you shorten at the ground. The the start, stop, pause, the start, pause, reset, and the keypad are actually just columns and rows. This happens to be the fourth column. They just turned it 90 degrees, is how the folks at Atari did it way back when. What I would really like is if they're not crazy expensive, say get like a spare wireless controller for the Sprint and basically hack into it with my True 16 hardware. I'd have to modify a little bit because I see their control scheme is slightly different, but it wouldn't be terribly hard to hack into it and basically make a wireless True 16 for the Sprint. But like I said, I just don't have the time right now. Start my new job tomorrow, so my goal for this week, the next couple weeks, is get one a night. Not two, not three, just get one done a night. So I know I get one done, shipped out. So I'll get through the backlog in about 2.5 weeks, maybe a little longer. Because some of the it's just like it's crazy. I'm really happy about it. Of course, that happens when everything is super busy. So I'll be building things up as quick as I can. Kind of running out of parents and in-laws. I don't have any in-laws anymore. And then my father died maybe 8 years this year. My mother-in-law died day before Mother's Day. And then my father died same year, 6 weeks later, the day after. Well, he collapsed the day after. The week after Father's Day. Because he was feeling sick that week. I called him on the phone, and he said he was feeling sick. So apparently, when you have congestive heart failure, it can feel like a really bad cold or flu. Go figure. And yeah. I mean, they were actually able to get his heart restarted. The Chicago Fire Department was their EMS workers, but they used without oxygen for 20 minutes, so it was way too much brain damage. All was really left was the brainstem, sadly. Yeah, but my poor wife. I mean, her mother died when she was 36. Or no, she's 35. 30, yeah, I think she was 35 at the time. That's pretty young to lose your mom. My dad was 8 years ago, so I was, 43? Something like that. So yeah, I'm almost done with this guy. I need to build up controllers, and I feel bad, I still have a 5200 AV out I need to do, and there's I think I have a Magnavox Odyssey and a Sega Master System, maybe, or Genesis. I'm not sure what else is in there I need to work on, but everything gets pushed. The controllers just keep coming. The repair mod work isn't really my main focus, so unfortunately, one can only replace so many dried up electrolytic capacitors before it drives you mad. I mean, I can do it, but maybe when I get older. This is the longest I've been out not working. I mean, I got a job within 2 weeks, but the whole get on there. This fast one isn't clicking yet. Come on. Flip it over. Sometimes I go on better one direction than the other. but it does. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the nice. This is the latest design. Very clean. I like the way this looks now. Just gonna throw a few wire ties on there to keep it all nice and neat. Yeah, this is pretty neat internally now. Give me 1 second. I need some sticky bases. Since I'm up. These are steel weights. Yeah, I'm like all cried out, man. Oh my goodness. So my eyes look a little wonky. It's hard. He was his name was Chris. He was a police officer for like 40 years for Chicago PD. And then he was a U.S. Marshal for 15 years. He was also in the U.S. Army. So, since he was honorably discharged, he got honor guard for his when he went to at the cemetery. They played taps and everything, and my wife got the because his wife had passed away years ago. Got the flag, so we got that triangular flag and case and everything. And then we made a really nice went to a banquet hall afterwards, and finally got to meet the big Greek side of my family, my in-law side of the family. Never really talked to them much. So now we have a whole new family. So we have some new family time together. Actually get to know that side. Never really interacted much before now. That's in place. Yeah, so this is all the latest and greatest version here. Why are you bent? You're nice and centered still. That's fine. I think I'll just do a little more zip here. Keep stuff moving around. They'll probably end up really trying to get one a night done, so we get some momentum going here. Cheat, just do a little over there. Like constraining stuff down a bit so it doesn't go looping around anywhere. And then you just have the bottom housing. Finish. Once that's done, so what I do is wait for that to harden up a minute. Yeah, so I get to start the new job tomorrow. It should be interesting. Yeah, like I was saying, it's the longest I haven't worked. It's been 5 weeks. Yeah, 5 weeks now, which is a long time for me. I've worked more or less constantly since I've been 16 years old. A long time. 1990. Yeah, 16 in 1990. And I put these little not lead, steel weights in here. So I have an extra what's going on. And I just need to put the drill a hole for the string relief. Oh, here's the question. Where is my little template? My bullet. I know where my template went off to. Over here. Just like very, yeah, I found it. Very disturbing having to sit in a room with a corpse for about, man, it was close to 2 hours. A long time. And yeah, movies do not do it justice. A decedent is really decedent. So we went to we use Greek Orthodox. So we went to of course, this Greek Orthodox church, which was very interesting, actually. Yeah, that's the right side. Never been. I actually have never been in a Greek Orthodox church in my life. It's a little template I use to make sure I hit the same spot. Really printed that, so I hit the same spot every time. We need Mr. Street Relief. Come on, I have 1,000 things. Oh. Ah. It's been cleverly labeled stream. Oh, I gotta order rubber feet. Oh dear. Wee. These are rubber feet I put on there. Keep them if you're using a tabletop. This is the final step here. Okay. I think it's one of the worst parts about getting older is it starts dying on you, man. So you end up turning into the elder. It's kind of disturbing. It's like, who put me in charge? Streaming leaf here. What you do is you have a streaming leaf, and then you put a little one of these little adhesive bases here, like so. Zip tie it down. The reason you do that is you're not entirely 100% reliant on your streaming leaf. If the cord gets pulled, it's all about secondary retention. This is a technical term. I learned way back when I worked in aerospace. They actually have these holes cross-drilled through the bolt head. So if there's vibration, nice. Very nice. That clicks up, that clicks down, memory comes on. Limit, and key to stop. Reset buttons works. Good. Oh, I need the little labels on this thing. Alright, so I am going to finish this up. Beyond here, I'm just putting the serial labels on here, putting a little rainbow Atari 5200 label on there, and then boxing it up. So that's really not that exciting to see. So controller works. I'll probably give it one final test, and then get her out the door. So yeah, my goal is probably going to get to probably one controller a night done, just to keep a good pace rolling, because I built up a ton of parts. It's like I got 10 more joysticks and built up like a year's worth of these little 3-button things. Made up like 40, I think I made 45 of these or so. So I won't have to, that won't slow me down when I get to it. So I'm just going to put some screws in this, put the labels on it, back in the box, and that's good to go. So everyone, thanks for watching this. Not the happiest what's on my workbench, but going back to work tomorrow and gonna keep building. Everyone, thank you for watching, and thank you ahead of time for any well wishes. My family appreciates it. So I will see you next time.